Hello everyone, this is Rob and welcome back to Media Awareness and another product review. Before I go any further, I would like to ask you all to please consider liking, sharing, and commenting on this video. If you're not comfortable commenting in the comment section, you are more than welcome to contact me via the Facebook link, which can be found in the description. You will receive a personalized response from me, and that is the best way to reach me other than through the comments themselves. Also, if you'd be so kind as to examine the Patreon link below and consider becoming a supporter of this channel, it would be greatly appreciated. So, over the course of the weekend, I received a package in the mail, compliments of a viewer of my channel who contacted me on Facebook a few weeks ago. And they asked if I would want this for my collection and if I'd be so kind as to review it and give my thoughts on it. So I said yes, of course, and over the weekend, as you saw, if you watched, this arrived. It is Marillion's Fugazi. This is the deluxe edition 4 disc set. 3 CDs and 1 Blu-ray. I had that mistaken over the course of the weekend, but it's 4 discs total. 3 discs of music and a Blu-ray with a documentary on the making of Fugazi and a lot of other incredible stuff on the Blu-ray. There is, of course, the 5.1 surround sound mix on the Blu-ray, which unfortunately I'm unable to enjoy myself with my home theater system being not quite up to par, but that's okay. I did enjoy listening to the newly remastered and remixed version of Fugazi. But before I go any further, I'd like to show you all what you get with this set. So here is my friend, and we are showing you the box set, which is a book actually, of Fugazi. These are all books, not box sets, but that's okay. And this is the cover with the amazing artwork. Really fantastic. And it is a 4 disc set. I had that incorrect over the past few days. You have the original album, and it is remixed and remastered, and it actually sounds really good. I was leery about that, but it sounds amazing. And you have a live concert spread across 2 CDs. You have the booklet, which my friend is being kind enough to flip through at the moment, with vintage photos, a lot of literature on the album. That's a good shot. Just a lot from the time frame. This was 1984 when this album was released, and there's a really lot. And in the back we have the 2nd disc of the live concert and the Blu-ray, which contains a documentary, the album in surround sound, and the album itself with different bonus tracks, etc. There's a lot of extras on that disc. So, my thoughts on this set as a whole. It is really a phenomenal set, and I urge anyone who is a Marillion fan or curious about Marillion, if you have sort of investigated them to some degree, you want to pick this up while you can. It is a 2021 or 2021 release. So it's 2023 now. You want to get your hands on this at an affordable price while you can. I was fortunate, as I said, and I'm very grateful to the viewer who reached out to me. Thank you so much. As I did not really plan on this being part of my collection right away. I was going to wait, and I will give my reasons for that shortly, but this set is really nice. You get the remix and remastered edition of the album, as stated in my look at it with my friend, and you get a live concert spread across 2 CDs, and of course the Blu-ray filled with a documentary, a breakdown of the tracks in terms of what they're all about and the composition of them, as well as some video material. It is really a nice Blu-ray. But what really surprised me and shocked me was how good this album sounds on this newly remastered and remixed edition. I have to be honest, and I hate to say this because I love Marillion, and as I'm acquiring more and more albums by them, I'm really appreciating them more and more. But when I first heard Fugazi a few years ago on the 2 CD edition, Deluxe edition, that I featured in my Marillion album collection, I was extremely disappointed with the production and engineering on the album. It actually made me nauseous to listen to. And I'm not saying that to be sarcastic. It made me literally nauseous every time I listened to it because of how it was mixed. And just the frequencies themselves did not agree with me at all. Now, when I put this on, the newly remastered 2021 remix of the album, it was like a completely different experience. The album sounded very fresh. Everything was very much in the front. It was an extremely good mix. The tones that otherwise bothered me, for lack of better words, and physically bothered me, which was very strange, are gone, and it is a very clean sounding production. This was an excellent remix, and this isn't something that hasn't gone unnoticed. The band themselves in the documentary has stated that they were not happy with the mix of this album. So it's not just me, it's the band as well. Just like Holidays in Eden, they were not happy with the mix whatsoever. Of course, the reasons for Holidays in Eden sounding different were different from Fugazi, but that's neither here nor there. I never minded the original mix of Holidays in Eden, whereas the original mix of Fugazi, as I said, it actually made me physically nauseous, and it was a bad experience. But this version is amazing. Of course, you get The Assassin, which is a great single and a great song. Another highlight on here for me is Incubus as well. That song is just amazing, and the lyrics, in contrast to Script for a Jester's Tear, the band's debut album, have really come a long way. Fish is an amazing lyricist, and on Fugazi especially, the majority of these tracks are very well written musically as well as lyrically. The band are really contributing on the musical end, and of course Fish on the lyrical end. And the vocal delivery is really top notch as well. Fish is really belting it out, and the band is in top form. There is some amazing guitar work by Steve Rothery on this album, and also some great bass from Pete Travis, as well as Mark Kelly throwing in his keyboards. The keyboard sounds can at times be dated as it was in the 1984 album, but that's only to be expected. It was 1984 after all, so it does happen. But they really did an amazing job on cleaning this album up and making it a beautiful listening experience, if I may say. It shocked me. It honestly did. I was not expecting it to sound as good as it sounds. And it sounds like a fresh new album with some 80s tinges in there, with the keyboards especially. But as I said, that was to be expected as it was in the 1980s. Lyrically, I think that it is light years ahead of Script Word Gestures here. That's my opinion. Take it for what you will. I do think that Fish's phrasing in terms of the lyrics is really what sets this album apart from the debut album. The phrasing is different, and there's a much more intense delivery of these lyrics being presented on this album. As far as the live 2 CD concert that comes with this on CD, it is just a pleasure to listen to. The band is in top form. They are really tight, and probably tighter than they were for the first album's live disc set. Definitely a lot more in tune with each other, and everyone seems to be on the same page. So, like I said, the Blu-ray is the icing on the cake for this particular set, and it's probably the reason why a lot of us buy these sets. In my case, I didn't have to on this particular instance. I was fortunate enough to receive this from a viewer, and I am very gracious for them because, as I said, I was kind of dreading Fugazi. I always appreciated Fish's lyrics and the band's excellence as a performance as a whole, but my initial experience with this album was not quite so pleasant. This revisit of Fugazi is amazing. That is my review of this amazing set. I am very proud to now have this remix and remastered edition of Fugazi. As I said, once again, you get the studio album remix and remastered. You get a live concert spread across 2 CDs from Montreal, Canada. You get the Blu-ray, which contains the album in 5.1 surround. You get the documentary on the album, as well as some other mixes of the album and live material as well. It is a set to have, and if you are a Marillion fan like myself, you definitely want to have this for your collection. This is Rob with Media Awareness. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope it was helpful to all of you. There's cats being crazy in the background. I do apologize. If you'd like to support this channel, please check out the Patreon link in the description. And please remember to like, share, and comment below. Also, if you could be so kind as to subscribe to my channel, I would love you to be part of my YouTube family. That'd be wonderful. I will see you all soon. Have a wonderful night. Take care. Bye.